All right, welcome to the channel. So today we're doing a donation league. As some of you might have heard or read on my social media, I went out and said that I'd do some charity donations during the holiday seasons. So the premise was that if someone donated money to a charity of their choice, I would play one of their decks through a league on Magic Online. And one of my friends, Simon, he donated money to something called the Roiva Komiteerna. That's a Swedish word, but it's an organization that helps to rebuild cities after there's been war and other catastrophes there. So renovating schools and supplying medical equipment and stuff like that. So he kindly donated, and I told him that I would play a league. He gave me a couple of lists to choose from, and I settled down on Loam Pox. So Loam Pox is a deck that I've faced a couple of times online, but I haven't played it myself. So it's going to be very interesting to see how it pans out. The game plan of the deck is to set up a board state where your opponent can't do anything. That sounds like something that it's going to be fun to watch. But you do that by using cards like Smallpox, which forces opponents to sacrifice creatures and lands, and Liliana of the Veil to discard cards. And then you have Life from the Loam to rebuy your lands, and then eventually you win through Urza Saga beatdowns, Orcish Bowmasters, or Liliana Ultimate. Mainly a black deck, but it splashes both Decay and Life from the Loam and Assassin's Trophy in the board. We also have a small Saga package with Currency Converter, which is good when we start discarding cards. We have the Expedition map to get some of our bullets in our mana base, bullets being Tabernacle to punish creature decks, Takanuva to rebuy planeswalkers, mostly planeswalkers from our graveyard. And then we have Cabal Pit to try to deal with creatures, and Maze of the Itham Besage to kind of try to handle permanent threats. And then outside of that, we just try to lock down our opponent's game plan. It's going to be interesting to play the game. To play the deck, as I said, I do not have that much experience with this kind of strategy, so we'll see. Probably a lot of play mistakes, but hopefully some lessons learned as well. So this is Simon's Loam Pox, and I'll see you for round one. All right, and we are live for round number one. This time I have remembered to record the right screen. I forgot that last time. Now, as I said, I never played this deck before. This doesn't feel like the broken Loam start that you want, but it still has Spellbomb and Bowmasters to kind of get off the road. So we'll keep this and we'll see if it's something that we want. So we are facing against Chrome Mox. I guess that's bad if you want to kill the land. So is it some kind of mono red thing? We could be in trouble. Chels for one. Yeah, sure. And that doesn't hurt us that much. It's not perfect. Rituals and stuff like that are off, but it could be worse. We could have had like a turn one Blood Moon or something like that. So here we'll play out our basics, I guess. Blood Moon will still hurt us, of course, because we won't get our stuff from our graveyard, but we'll be able to play through it. Okay, Fable is okay. So the correct place to play Bowmasters here is in our opponent's upkeep. The reason for playing Bowmasters in our opponent's upkeep is that we can put a damage on the Shaman token, and that intensifies them. That makes it so they can't draw any cards. Or they can draw cards, but it's not perfect for them. Is it Fury? Yeah, Fury is unfortunate, but we will allow it. So here we can play out Liliana and force them to sacrifice their Goblin Shaman token. Tabernacle is interesting. So if we play Tabernacle here, we'll start restricting them a little bit on their mana, but we won't get where we want to. I can also see an argument here for playing Maze of Ith, so we can get away from the double strike. Or we just play Liliana, tick down, make them sacrifice their token. Fury will attack Liliana, and then we'll start mazing them next turn. Because if they play a Blood Moon now, we were not playing out our Liliana for a while, so we'll do that. Feels a little bit bad to sacrifice our Planeswalker, but we'll see where it gets us. Maze of Ith is bad against Blood Moon as well, of course, so it's not soon they'll be able to start copying Furies. We need to get Threshold, but we need 7 cards. Maybe we play Loam to work towards Threshold there, I'm not sure. Let's see. Not really the start that we wanted against this deck, but let's see where we get here. So they have 4 mana up, which means 5 mana up, which means that Tabernacle here is not going to do what we want it to. I think that we play Maze of Ith, and then we play Nihil Spellbomb into their Chalice to work towards Threshold, and then we'll play Loam to kind of get some more cards in the graveyard. Next turn will be... maybe we should have played the Fetch last turn, I don't know, or maybe that was the draw for this turn, and get more cards in. Alright, that's a good card. But we can get another land. Well, now at least we'll be able to kill their Reflection with Cabal Pit, but we will also be dead, I guess. Yeah, we're dead to Fury here. So with that said, I think that we need to go for a removal spell, so we can't Loam. Fortunate. So we won't Loam here. We drew a Catacombs. We're dead. Let's go to game 2. That went fast. Alright, so what do we like here? I like Assassin's Trophy. There is an argument for Nullrod, but I think it's going to be a little bit too slow. We want Barrogoyfs in here to be blocked. We want the Deluges here to kind of handle their creature stuff. Plague Engineer is interesting, but I don't think that we can find enough creature targets for that to work in the way that we want to. Now, let's see what our cuts are. The Spellbomb goes out. They're good at emptying their hand, and they're quite fast as well. So I think that we take away him to Torak. It's good in the early turns, but it's not going to be good for the late game. And then they don't draw that many cards, so we can take away Chains. They only draw cards from... their artifact, the Kiki-Jiki. And then we'll take away Liliana of the Last Hope as well. I don't think it's going to be good enough for this game. Yeah, I think that's the board. So we'll submit this, and hopefully we will get them on the play. So here we have turn 1 Thoughtseize. Yeah, we'll keep turn 1 Thoughtseize. Unfortunately, not around blood. Yeah, well, we could fetch basic Swamp here, actually, because we're not under that. We don't have any green cards in hand, and Expedition Map can help us get that in the future. So we'll have a look in their hand. So here we have turn 1 Fable, which we can't break up. We can't break up turn 1 anything, because we can, if we take the Chromox, well, the Chromox, if we take the Spirit Guide, we'll just pitch Chromox and a Fable. We're going to get the Broadside Bombardiers here. I think that's the card that will kill us the fastest, and then we'll pass the turn. We could have also taken a Fable, but nah. I was thinking we could take a Fable, and then we could Edict. This is could Edict that. Spirit Guide, Mountain, and then they're going to go Fable here. No, they're going to go Chalice for 1. Yeah, Chalice for 1 is okay for me. It turns off our map, but and the Thoughtseize that we drew. But I still think that's okay. Now we have Edict, and then hopefully into land Barrogoyf. We're going to Edict their token. We don't want them... we want to kind of limit the... things in, let's see, sacrifice a non-token creature, sacrifice a creature token of their choice. Let's sacrifice a creature token of your choice. And then we need a land here. I should have been more specific. Yeah, we might as well play it out. So we're not going to be able to play the Expedition Map, and we do have cards that care about our graveyard, so we might as well just play them out, just empty the hand a little bit. The only reason for keeping the cards in hand is if we draw like Liliana or Small Pox, but we're some manas away from making that happen anyway. Now we fill the graveyard for Barrogoyf. We just need that. land draw, and there's the land draw, and there's also the land that kind of cares about what we did. So that's good. Always nice to feel like your game plan's getting together. See if they keep their token or not. They did. There's nothing punishing them for discarding cards here. Confluence and Petal are good cards to know about. We can dodge the moon. No, the moon doesn't do anything here. But next turn we want to draw a land so we can Cabal Pit their Reflection. Well, it kind of depends if they play any cards, any creatures now. We're Fury proof at least with the Barragoyf. And we're going to need to pay for our Barragoyf next turn. So we need to take the decision then if we want to kill their Reflection or if we want to play another Goyf. Probably we go for the high roll of drawing another mana source. So here we're going to use our green mana source. Bad if we draw Loam, of course. That's a good draw. Here we'll attack. See if we hit. We don't play that many creatures, so I'm a little bit... we don't have that many hits. It's Bowmasters, I guess. But they don't know that. So we'll let them have another Reflection. And then we'll start pitting them soon. We need more cards in the graveyard to make Cabal Pit work. It's 7, right? Yeah. With Reflections, they can start making tons of Reflections, which is a little bit unfortunate. Here they're getting more mana down. So, and that's a Bombardiers. And that's another Bombardiers. Unfortunate. We cannot block because of Menace. And then we throw the copy at least. No, not throw the copy. Yes, we throw the copy. All right. Now we just need one card in the graveyard to activate the Cabal Pit. Let's see if they block here. Otherwise, the Cabal Pit is live. They don't block. Yes, we would like to mill for... Oh, that's the Bowmasters. And then we'll kill the Bombardiers. I guess we need to kill the Bombardiers here. I'd like to kill the Kiki-Jiki, but the Bombardiers are the things that are going to kill us. So we'll see what they draw here. That's a land. All right. They didn't play the Smashing. How many blockers can they make? We'll pay for the people. Do we want to dredge Loam? Yes, we do, because we want to get our land back. And we'll attack with our Barragoyf. We shouldn't have paid for the army token. We should have loamed. So here they're making some defenders. And they're going to make some defenders in the end step as well. Couldn't they waited for that till the end step? Oh, they need to pay for them with Tabernacle, so I guess that's a reason not to. Yeah, should have thought about the Loam thing there. Gotten back the Cabal Pit, but we'll sack the token next turn. Maybe we can use it to soak up some damage here. We'll see. Is it Fury time? It is Fury time. Now we are not at happy time. You can just copy it once though. And that's good. It does kill everything, but still, that's good. All right, now we would need something like a bridge that we don't have. But Liliana's good. We won't. So here we could either play Liliana, make them sacrifice, or we play... So the result is going to be the same. That is, so we might as well just loam. We'll do that. We'll loam back some lands. Start chipping off their reflections to be able to at least make us choose which creature dies and not them. So now they're copying their furies, which means that this is going to go quite quick. Can we loam next turn? I guess we... So if we loam here, we are dead. So loam, pay to... Yeah, need draw a removal. That's not a removal. But we'll play Liliana here. Make them sacrifice a creature. Play the Catacombs and then pass the turn. See if they attack us or they attack Liliana. They should attack Liliana, of course. But we still need them to do that. Yeah, it was a rough first game. There might have been another way of solving this. I do not know how, but I'll rewatch it when I do the editing. All right, see you for round 2. And we are live for round number 2. This looks like a keep to me. We are going to keep this hand. We have Thoughtseize, Bowmasters, Besage You. We're facing up against Island Ponder. Island Ponder feels like a Thoughtseize. Here we're going to play Mox Diamond first. See if they daze it. If they don't daze it, we're going to Wasteland and Thoughtseize them. Pitching the Besage You. So we'll start by a Mox Diamond. See if we have a daze here. We do not. We'll discard the Besage You. We'll Wasteland their Underground Sea. And then we'll Thoughtseize their hand. We could have wasted way too. So here we have some kind of Reanimator shenanigans. But we did manage to play around days at least. So if we get Entomb here, can start to see if we can get a Bowmasters in play eventually. Entomb is the card that kind of rewards them, allows them to go for some stuff. Here they got a Thoughtseize on us. We'll see if they prioritize Bowmasters or Liliana. They should take Bowmasters because that is what will allow us to get in. Liliana against Daze is kind of embarrassing as well. Now we got 2 Liliana against Dazes. But we're going to get our Saga checking here. See if we can invalidate their Dazes for as long as possible. Ending up with some kind of value play in the end. And we'll put a target on, put a counter on the Saga. Then we'll make a construct and to make a counter. Okay, they got another Entomb there. Nice for you. We can Dark Ritual Liliana next turn to play around their lands. So now they have both Atraxa and Archon in the grave. To play around their Dazes was the word I was looking for. They do Reanimate on Atraxa, sure. And here the Thoughtseize is good because it could take us away from the Liliana plan. But they chose Brainstorm and Reanimate and Polluted Delta. They have Show and Tell as well in their deck. Now, of course, they have the Archon. I'll discard a Liliana. We have double days up here. That's quite annoying. Let's see. Do we have anything here that'll help us against the... We do not, but we're gonna need to... No, undo. Tap this for mana anyway. Could get Expedition Map to get Mazavith. But we'll start with Dark Ritual. We need to play the Yavimai, the Urbag to play around double days, or maybe we didn't, but we did. We'll do that anyway. And then we'll play Liliana. We're probably going to Brainstorm here. That's the Brainstorm. Probably get rid of some dazes. We'll pay for the days. I was about to click no. And we'll pay for the days. Let's see you sacrifice a creature. See how fun it is. Yeah, that's the right creature to sacrifice. We can go and get Mazavith next time. The problem with Mazavith against Archon of Cruelty is that it's not a good combo. We need a Smallpox. And they are attacking Liliana. Well, at least we have no cards. And we got an Animate Dead on Archon. It's looking grim. I have Valgoroth in our deck. I think that we're dead here, but we'll see what our draw is at least. They play a lot of Petals. Pedal to the metal. So we can kill the... Yeah, but we're going to be dead to the Archon. Or we're going to survive one more turn to the Archon, so we might as well play it out. We should have... Wait. We should have gone for a land with the Expedition Map. Well, we want to get Mazavith, so probably not. We'll see what happens. Show and Tell, Valgoroth, Flying Lightning, 9/9, also known as We Are Dead. Let's start sideboarding. Alright, Reanimator. Let's go with some cages. Some ley lines. Get away here, Assassin's Trophy. You are, well, no, get in here, Assassin's Trophy. We actually want you. Deluge is expensive card when it comes to lives in this game. I probably won't need that. Alright, what don't we like? I don't like the DKs. Could probably take away the Shadow Sphere here as well. It's not the best card in the matchup for us. There's always a thing about this card where we hit their hand and we give them the fatty in the graveyard, but I still think that that's going to be the one. We'll shave a Liliana. I think that we can shave a Cabal Pit here. I don't know what the new Reanimator decks are playing, but we'll get rid of that one. And then we need one more cut. And I also want to apologize if you're picking up some static noise from the background, but the wind is blowing like crazy outside. It's also known as the Swedish winter. All right, one more cut. One more cut. Is currency converter too slow? We're gonna go for cage and spell bomb anyway, so yeah, we'll submit it like this. All right, let's start this game. We have no black mana. We have no black mana, and then we're gonna be too slow, so we'll mulligan. Here we have turn 1 cage, so we're gonna keep that. I'm actually thinking about bottoming the tabernacle. I'm trying to go for loam as quick as possible. Yeah, we'll bottom the tabernacle. See what their fair plan is. Here we unfortunately need to go for Bayou, which is going to really... They have a turn 1 wasteland here. It's looking really bad for us. But the Graph Digger's Cage, they do have show and tell. That's always something to think about, but otherwise I like our start. They're getting rid of their cards here. If we draw Black Source here, we're playing him to Torak. They will be able to daze us, but they did not. Okay, we got the tracks in the graveyard. That's where we want the tracks to be if we have the cage out, because we don't want them to be able to show and tell it. Here we're going to go Saga into Loam. Loam back at Catacombs. That's not going to give us the mana that we want. And here we want to start hitting some kind of denial or disruption. Unfortunately, we have the Assassin's Trophy in hand, which is bad from a mana denial perspective. So, because I was thinking about loaming for Wasteland, but maybe we just play second Saga and start creating attackers here. You can see that as a plan as well. So we'll not use Loam here. Well, that's also good. Do we play Liliana? I have 3 cards in hand. Do you like my Liliana? It will unfortunately prevent... I should have played Saga there. Unfortunately, it'll prevent us from making a token, but we will be able to loam it back anyway. Here it would be nice with the Surveil land. All right, we got an Entomb here for Reanimator, taking away some of the dead draws in the deck. And we won. Yeah, so Graph Digger's Cage, clutch. Let's do some sideboarding. Any changes for the last game? I don't think so. We'll just resubmit it. See if we can get them on the draw. So here we have an early Shieldred's Edict. That's not good enough. We'll mulligan. Here we have a Leyline of the Void. We're going to keep this hand. Do we bottom... We like the expedition map here, so I think that we bottom the Urza Saga. Yeah, we bottom the Urza Saga. And then we'll start with a pre-game effect. And here we're going to go for a turn 1 expedition map into turn 2, get a green source. They got rid of mana. Does that mean that Wasteland is bad? Well, that's turn 2 green source anyway, but we'll still play the expedition map. Gives us access to Maze of Ith and some of the other land package stuff. Also, if we want to grab a basic forest and something happens with our life from the loam when we try to play it, it'll also allow us to get our Liliana mana source. Can we raise show and tell, I think is the question here. That's interesting. So what we could do here is that we could empty our hand. We can empty our hand with Liliana. So we'll play that, discard our Wasteland, play Catacombs, forest in this case. Yeah, we'll fetch a forest. Play Liliana into Daze, and then we'll start discarding cards. They had a Harbinger. We have basics and Max Diamond out. So show and tell into Archon here is still going to be rough for us. Otherwise, we will dredge Loam and start wasting them. They spun their wheels a little bit. We will dredge Loam, get back double Wastelands, and then we'll activate Liliana. See what they discard. They bin... What do they bin? show and tell. That makes me scared that they have another show and tell, but we'll start nibbling their mana down. Next turn we can actually activate expedition map if we want to go and get something that's relevant. Here's the show and tell, and there's the Archon. Yeah, that's unfortunate. So what is the play here? We need to draw here, right? Yeah, we need to draw, and that's not the card that we were looking for. We can't get them out of mana, otherwise we could go for Tabernacle here. So the question is, what do we have? We can get back Liliana with Takenomura, or whatever that card is. It's a multi-line plan, but it's the best that we have. So we'll empty their hand, and then we'll activate the expedition map in their end step. No, that won't do. Yeah, we needed to keep him probably, because we need to discard a card next turn. Well, we were going to draw a card, but still, we would have won. No, the him would have gone now anyway, so yeah, this is fine. So we'll go and get... Wait, we're dead. I wasn't thinking about our life. That means that we need to go and get Maze of Ith, which is really, really bad for us, because we're going to take damage. Because we can rebuy Liliana, but we won't be able to play it. Yeah, we need to go and get Maze of Ith. And then we need to dredge Loam. See if we can hit it. We have 2 turns in that case. Or we just, no, we draw and try to hit the removal. That's not the removal. 3 mana, Brazen Borrower. Yeah, that's unfortunate. And that means that we are dead. But we'll see what we can do. It takes 6 damage here. Yeah, the show and tell, really, I don't know if there was a way for us to more aggressively go for their mana there to prevent them from doing a show and tell. So here we need to hit removal into... So we need to hit removal so we can kill the Archon and still have Brazen Borrower with Maze of Ith covered. That's not removal. Yeah, rough game. See you for round number 3. Alive for the 3rd game. Here we're going to be on the draw. We have a slow hand. We need to mulligan this. Here we have no black mana. So we're going to need to mulligan this hand as well. Here we have black mana, 1 black mana, 1 waste. I'm going to keep this. We can't go lower. And then we'll put back 2 cards now. The nice play here would be to keep Small Pox, but we don't have double black, so we'll do that. And then we don't have black and green, so we'll put back, but we have 2 cards that punishes card draw. So we have 2 cards that punishes card draw, and I don't think that we're going to need them both. So I think that the upside of drawing into decay is a little bit better. Yeah, we'll do that. Get rid of the Bowmasters and try the chains. I think that's the play. And then hope to draw into mana. Oh, all right. Should have kept the Bowmasters? I don't know. With this initiative, defense grid combo. Combo, 2 cards in hand, defense grid Chromax up. Yeah, we'll go Bayou here. Hope that we get the next turn to slam chains if we're facing the 1 ring or something like that. We'll see. Burning Wish. What are you wishing for? Gamble. Is this an epic gamble? Aeons? Well, yeah, sure. I mean, my hand sucks, so why not? This is better. We can decay something at least. All right, we'll play Max Diamond here, discarding Maze of Ith, and then we'll play the Catacombs, and we'll get a mana source. We'll just get a Bayou here. Play an expedition map, and then we'll let's see, what can we do here? We will take away the monolith. Do we have any techie lands here that can help us in this game? I guess Saga's the techiest of them all. This is Burgy Storm. Nice. So here we have some cards that they're allowed to play. Playing the Max Opal, floating. Are we going to go for another spin, or do we have some other plan? We have some other plan. We got the Echo. They get another Echo. That's so good, especially with the horn out. Yeah, I think we'll just auto pass here and die, probably. This hand doesn't do anything even if we get another turn. Well, yeah, it does Bowmasters. Bowmasters is good. Maybe the heads up play here is not to decay, but to keep 2 mana up for Bowmasters if they get there. And we're dead. All right. Storm. Null Rod, I heard, is a good card here. Needle, I guess we can play. Normally Graveyard Hate is hard against Echo, but Leyline is one of these Graveyard Hates that actually works. So we'll do that. And Spellbomb, you can go to the bench. Liliana, you can go to the bench. Cabal Pit, you can go to the bench. Mace of Ith is not a card that we want here either. Tabernacle is not needed. Well, we can keep Tabernacle in for the goblins. That can actually be okay. And we need to keep the land count up a little bit for the Mox as well. Converter is a little bit too slow. Shadow Spear is not the card that we're looking for. So, the Edicts. Oh, we don't lead you at all, Edicts. You can go. We bring in 1 Plague Engineer for goblins. We can do that. We'll take an Assassin's Trophy to just kill off one of the permanents. And then we could, I don't know, I don't think, well, yeah, okay, we'll get in the cage as well, turn off Echo. Well, I don't think that's the best card, but I don't see any other card that we need there. It would be maybe just keeping a land in for the Mox Diamond count, but we'll submit this deck here. And we'll start. Double Leyline into crap. We'll mulligan. Leyline. Oh, this is rough. So we have Leyline, and then we can Dark Ritual into Torak. We have a Wasteland. We'll try to keep this for science. Put a Saga on the bottom. Like so, and then we'll Leyline and hope that we keep them off their lead shenanigans at least. And here we're going to play out our Saga because it's going to allow us to go for mana in the form of expedition maps. We need another land drop for that to work, but still another land drop. Oh, that's a good card. Turns off our mana, but it turns off their mana too. So I think it's better turning off their mana. Eventually they're going to try to answer it, and when they do, we'll unlock our mana. We're still looking for a black source, but we play some of this. Maybe we keep Tabernacle. No, Mox Diamond is off for us. Well, that's lucky for us. So we'll add a mana. Do we get Cage? So we could get Map here. No, we're going to get Cage because that actually does something. Yeah, we'll get Cage. Why did we bring in Needle? What's the permanent that we're afraid of that we can Needle? I'm unsure. And do we Dark Ritual out him to Torak? We Dark Ritual out the him to Torak. We can't Dark Ritual out the Liliana, but yeah, they have so many, probably many dead permanents in their hand as well. Yeah, we'll keep the Dark Ritual for Liliana, and then we're gonna attack their blue source here. We'll do it during our main phase, so we could do something else if they try to bounce something. They did not. So we have some hateful permanents down, but we don't have any clock. But they didn't want to play the game anyway. All right. So we didn't have any clock down, which is what we need, but we turned down off enough of their deck to get it work anyway. I don't think we want Pithing Needle. I don't remember why I brought it in. I'll see if I remember that. I'll bring it back for the game that we're not going to get. And then we'll bring in another mana source, I guess. Yep, we'll do that. See if we can prevent an early Echo line here with a Ley line or something like that. What does this hand do? It allows us to get out Liliana on turn 1. But outside of that, it doesn't do that much. And Liliana isn't good enough for mulligan this. This isn't better, it's worse. We'll see if we can get any more of our hateful permanents here. Oh, here we can get chains down on turn 1. We can pox them as well. Yeah, we'll keep this hand. So the play here is Mox Diamond, Urdbog. So we bottom Saga and Wasteland. And then we go for turn 1 chains. They have some hateful artifacts. Going for an Echo, maybe. Yeah. So our turn 1 keep didn't matter. Well, this isn't great. Let's do some more echoing. I want the hand we got last time. Why can't I ley line here? I want a ley line here. It would. This was kind of the turn 1. I don't think mulling for ley line is the correct play here. When we go down to 5 and we still have like a good turn 1 play. but maybe it is. Maybe it is. Ah, the horn. That makes me horny. Time to echo again. Well, at least we'll get a better hand than the one that we have. Storm is 15. Unfortunately, they have horn in play, which makes us probably very mostly dead here. Probably very mostly dead. If not, we're actually going to get a really wicked next turn. Really wicked next turn. We will be able to play our broken start of Thoughtseize into Smallpox. Which one could probably argue how broken it is, or turn one Null Rod, Thoughtseize into Null Rod. Probably Thoughtseize into Null. Yeah, we put in a Pithing Needle for the horn. Yeah, I don't know if that's good enough. But they have 3 cards in hand. Burning Wish. This is probably GG's with Tendrils. Yeah, rough match against Storm. I don't know. Maybe we should have gone for Mull for Leyline there. I mean, the first Leyline hand was unkeepable. We had 2 Leylines, but nothing else. But Leyline is the thing that turns off their turn 1 play. Maybe we should have gone down to 4 cards. I don't know. I still think that turning off the card draw. Yeah, I'm unsure. Maybe someone who's a better Magic player than me and still watches this by some reason can tell me if this was right or wrong. But we are dead at least, so we'll see for next round. Let's rally and get a couple of victories in our belt. Maybe I'm playing this a little bit not aggressive enough. So here we could go turn 1 Chains or turn 1 Bowmasters and hope that holds. But I think that's a little bit too bad because, well, no, let's keep it. Let's keep it. Let's play this. Let's actually start with the Chains play. I want to cast Chains once this league. I can't cast Dark. Oh, I almost conceded the game there. So I can't cast Chains off of green mana was what I was gonna tell you all. So we'll play around Daze, although they don't have Daze down, and then we'll play Chains, playing around some kind of force spike shenanigans. So if this is a good card against their deck, we're good off for it. If it's a bad card against their deck, we're probably dead. Well, this has blue mana in it. All right, let's find another black mana source. That's not another black mana source, I tell you. Let's pass the turn. We're playing against Delver, and Delver is fun. Don't you want to look at the top of your library? Please do. All right, yeah, sure. So they discarded a card, or they milled a card? Discarded a card. Haha, Wasteland. Nothing. You do nothing. All right, Urgd Bog. Here we play Bowmasters. Yes, we play Bowmasters in this board. But we do it when they wasteland us. Yes, we do it when they wasteland us. Why can't I play? I could play. Do they wasteland us now? Do you? There is only one way to find out. Pass priority. Do you want to wasteland us now? Do you? Seek the Beast. This sounds like a typical place to play the Bowmasters. Did they force the Bowmasters? Why are you forcing the Bowmasters? You're not supposed to do that. You are not supposed to do that. You got the Deliriums as well. All right, what do you hit from the Beast? You hit Volcanic Island and Sink into Stupor. All right, those are legal Magic cards to own and play. You played a Volcanic Island. Now it's Sink into Stupor. Do you want to bounce Chains or no? Diamond must be the bounce here, right? Yeah, you're bouncing the Diamond. That's okay. The Diamond has done what the Diamond was supposed to do. All right, let's see. A land is what we need, or a Dark Ritual. Dark Ritual, Liliana. Another force? Why? Oh, why? I really wanted to land that Liliana. I guess this is the time. This is time to wasteland. Wasteland a clock. And now we'll play the Questing Druid and start the real beatdowns. Well, that's a land at least. Do we keep that in hand? And then if we draw another land, we play the diamond. Yeah, we'll keep that in hand. They're not a discard deck, so we'll keep it in hand, and then we'll trick them into playing nice and fair Magic. Unfortunately, the Druid is gonna be out of Bowmaster's range. But this will allow us to play the Mox Diamond around days at least. Oh, Murktide. Oh, Murktide. Oh, Mox Diamond. Oh, Mox Diamond. Let's see. 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's go to game 2. Against the Delver Shenanigans. Trophy. Here I like the Deluges, so we'll bring those in. Ley lines. I think they're a trap here. They turn off, well, they do turn off 2 of their threats, kind of. What are the cuts? We'll cut, well, this is actually a game where Liliana's okay. Feels like we're quite well equipped in the main deck for this game. We don't have that many cuts here to make. If they didn't have 2 forces there, I think that we would have been okay. Yeah, maybe we cut the Liliana. You're not going to be 1/1s forever. Then we cut 1 Thoughtseize and 1 Saga, I guess. Yeah, that's the way that we'll play it. I want to play first. So this isn't broken, but it does have the Edict. Yeah, we'll keep it. It can play off of basics. It has the Edict, and hopefully we can land a Liliana. We'll start with the Swamp. We have Loam Wasteland as well, so we have some upsides with this hand. Which card do you want to throw into the daze? The Loam is the obvious answer to the question, but the Edict is also, oh, they have a Ponder. Okay, so that's probably the Loam in that case. Or we go Saga. Yeah, we'll see. Or Wasteland. There are a lot of options. I mean, you can always play Loam into an empty board, but I like to have some target when I play it at least. So we'll have a Wasteland in our grave when we try to play the Loam. Wasting Delver is not always a winning strategy. Okay, that's a Dark Ritual. So do we try to play Dark Ritual? Yeah, we'll do a Dark Ritual here, and then out a Liliana. We'll see if they want to force this or not. I mean, they're forcing the Loam probably anyway. Then we plus and discard life from the Loam. Yeah, they forced the crap out of that card. Now I'm kind of sad that I've exposed the Bayou. There's no reason for me exposing the Bayou there. I should just have played a Swamp or a Saga instead. But I wasn't punished. Is it Murktide time? Already Murktide? How can they still have 5 cards in hand? That's so bad for us. So here we're going to play Edict in their upkeep. So we'll try to make them sacrifice a creature of their choice. They chose the Murktide. Kind of makes me think that they don't have any Force of Will in hand, but we'll see. All right, here we are going to Loam back the Wasteland. See how you enjoy that, my friend. Force of Negation. That's how much you enjoyed that, my friend. All right, we'll play the Urza Saga, and then we'll try to go for the same play next turn. That is Loaming back the Wasteland. Now I'm a little bit more incentivized to decay the Dragon Rage Channeler. Best draw in the deck, Green Source. Second best draw in the deck, another land, so we can start making Saga tokens. They're bringing on the pain. I guess that oh, that's a nice card. Yeah, I'm gonna kill the Delver, and then I'm gonna decay the Dragon Rage, just like we drew it up. So next turn, do we make a Saga token or do we go for Loam? We'll see what we draw. We'll make a Saga token. We're not doing anything, so we might as well. Let's get the Spell Bomb here so we can keep the big dude off the battlefield and keep their graveyard kind of in check. So we'll pass to their turn and then we will Spell Bomb. They are taking back the token. That's okay for me. We'll Spell Bomb, pay a black mana, draw another Saga. That's nice. So we have Smallpox if they try to get tricky with creatures. We have Saga and Loam. We have another Bowmaster. We'll Loam here. Loam back Saga and Wasteland. Oh, we should probably have... never mind. Probably have not played the Saga, but getting Saga online is nice as well. And we'll attack with the creatures. Past their turn. They're bolting the... Alright, now we'll just play it well, because now we can grow our token a little bit, and they don't have any cards in hand either, so that's where we want to be. And the next turn we'll get their green source, or we'll Smallpox They played that. How can I see which cards they drew? It was a Sink into Stupor and Lightning Bolt. All right. So they're bolting. We're going to attack with our Orc army here. We don't want to dredge Loam here, I think. Oh, that's good. Because that allows us to get rid of the Druid without having to, because going after the mana here is, I mean, we're going to go after the right mana source here, but going after the mana here, they have more lands than us, so I think that that's the better play. Yep. All right. All right, so we got that down. Do we want to make any changes? No. Do we want to submit the deck? Yes. Is this a good hand? If I draw land, yes. If I don't draw land, no. Will we keep it? Of course we will. Of course we will, because if we draw land here, this hand is good, good, goody, good. A turn 1 not threat. Yes, that's a turn 1 not threat. Unfortunately, we need to go for basic swamp here, but that is what we need to do. Basic swamp into Thoughtseize and then draw land next turn. Yes, draw land next turn. Okay. Meltdown, Brainstorm, Forces, Questing Druids. We'll get the Questing Druid there. I think that's kind of the biggest value play for them. They can Brainstorm here, but we're okay with that. And the Forces, we're going to need to move through the Forces anyway. Okay, that's a good draw. So here we are going to go for a green source. Now, here is a good question. So they have Force of Negation, and we kind of don't want our Loam to be negated. So we'll play a Shadow Sphere, and then we'll play some cards that they need to force. Now we have a small juicy target for their Meltdown. There is a juicy target for their for their Wasteland. Do we want to play it? Probably. So what do we do here? If we play Saga and Loam, maybe we just, because I want to make a land drop here, but playing the Saga out here is really bad. Maybe I just pass the turn and we'll play the Saga out if we need to deluge later. That's a Brainstorm, so now we don't know what they have in their hand. But now we can keep Decay up for a threat, or a Trophy up for a threat. So here we'll see if we can bait out their counter magic. Daze here is bad for us. They drew the Daze. Probably means that they have the Forces left as well. Black mana maybe. Yeah, that's a Dark Ritual. So that allows us to go both Loam and Smallpox. Smallpox here is not the best. We'll play a Saga in that case. So do we start with a Loam here? Yeah, I guess we do, right? Because we really want to get their counter magic out of the way. We got to do that, all right? Let's see if we get to box them as well. You'll see. No, we did not. But that's okay, I guess. We're going to have a really expensive Deluge next turn, but that's what we're going to need to do. At least we can play it around days. But they might still have a Force of Negation up. We're not going to dredge Loam here. We'll play a Catacombs, go and get a Swamp, and then we will Deluge and see if we are good to go. Otherwise we're dead. If they have a counter spell, if they have Force of Negation here, we're dead. We could have gotten one more turn. Yeah, they have Force of Negation here. Yeah, we're dead. We could have gotten one more turn if we play that a little bit better, but we'll see. I'll let them kill us, and then we'll see if I get to draw my next card, because I could have not fetched there, and that would have given us one more turn. And I think that's good. Let's see. No, we wouldn't have gotten there anyway. All right, see you for last game. Last game. Are you ready? Let's see if we can get one victory at least. This is a keep. We got the Thoughtseize. We got the DK. We'll see if this is good enough. I get to play a basic swamp into a Thoughtseize. Let's see what we see here. Oh, not initiative or the mono red Stompy. Okay, so what does this hand do? It goes turn 1 Chaos Adventurer. It goes turn 1 Broadside Bombardiers. It goes turn 1 Blood Moon, which is the least. So yeah, turn 1 Blood Moon here is really bad because we need the stuff. Turn 1 Chaos Adventure here is also really bad. Let's So in which scenario here do they go turn 1 broadside bombardiers instead of turn 1 blood moon? Because we're still gonna be really bad for that. Because we can take them off the turn 1 case of chaos adventure, but I don't think that's good enough. So we'll take the blood moon. I think we need to do that because we can't. We can decay their broadside bombardiers, although they're probably gonna go for the chaos adventures thingy. I don't know if mono red is the best matchup for this deck, but we'll see if we can snag it. So let's see. Do they go for the chaos adventure here? They probably do they not? I think that's the highest value play for them. But we have some edicts here that can kind of start to try to manage this at least. It's still not good for us. That's a wasteland. That is not going to do what we want it to. We need to build up for kind of like Liliana or something here. Do we loam or do we keep decay up for broadside? We keep decay up for broadside. And hope that we draw into like Liliana into something else. Yeah, it's not looking good for us. You cannot decay a Caves of Chaos Adventure, but you can decay a Broadside Bombardiers. And that is exactly what we're gonna do. And that is done, and now we're going to be dead. Man, Caves of Chaos Adventure kills quickly and abruptly. Well, smallpox is good, I guess. We'll delete the Urdbog here. Discard a card. We can discard the low. Sacrifice a land. But we still need to get the initiative, so Orcish Bowmaster would be clutch here. Orcish Bowmaster would be our best draw. I know a tomb that is going to get wasted. Nah, come on. Palais. Alright, we are dead. Alright, let's just see what we drew there to kind of see if we made the correct play anyway. We did not, or we did. Alright, we would have been able to go for the initiative, but it would have been too late anyway. Alright, let's go to the next game, or let's go to sideboards. Alright, let's go trophy. Do you want the Baragoyfs here? Probably. Do you want the Deluges here? Definitely. Nothing else really stands out to me. The argument could be made for Null Rod, but I'm not sure that's the correct thing. We'll get rid of the Spell Bomb. Converter is too slow. Liliana of the Hope is too slow. Chains isn't relevant enough. And then one Thoughtseize, I guess. One Thoughtseize, that's the way we're gonna do. Alright, let's see what we can do here. This hand seems like a bad hand, but it could be good. A little bit depending on what we're facing up against. We're definitely gonna Dark Ritual out the Bowmaster and Thoughtseize here. You should probably see how many cards they went down to. Alright, so Blood Moon. Let's play around you. Let's not play around you. Let's not play around you. Alright, let's see what you have. Cooking. The One Ring. Turn 1 Fable. I think that the card that's going to beat us here is the Case of Chaos Adventurer. Although they could just go Fable next turn, but I think that the clock from there, or do we just grab Fable? There's also, because they don't have any red sources. Yeah, let's get the Chromox. They don't have any red sources. Let's go for it. Hey ho, let's gamble. We're 0-4. It's time to do some Christmas gambling. Waste their first mana source. What am I saying? They don't have any red source. They have this Shadow Skull Smashing. That's a red source. Let's see if you start with that one, because then we'll waste it. We're gonna waste it to the ground. Nope, but we will waste it anyway. We will waste it, and we'll play the map, and we'll go to attacks. I had to step out a really short while there. That's why I'm so much down on clock. But this game isn't going to go to time. Famous last words. Please play tapped Shadow Skull Smashing. Yeah, good. We play the Saga. And then we go for Wasteland here, I guess. Kind of depends on what they're doing on their turn. Now they have 2 red sources. Now they have 3 mana. Because the question here is, do we get Saga active or do we want to start wasting them a little bit more? I think that we want to continue wasting them. There could also be an argument for Besage. We'll get a Wasteland and we'll continue on our mana denial plan. Here we're playing Bowmasters before anything happens, just to get some extra damage out the door. And then we'll play the Wasteland. And we might as well waste their tap source there. All right, what have you drawn? Cabal Pit will be active, which is good for the Fable token. And especially if they go kind of for the Fable plan here, yeah. So because we'll put Ursa Saga in the graveyard next turn, we'll have Fable token active, which is good for us. That's also interesting. But I think that the correct, so we could go Max Diamond. Yeah, we'll go Max Diamond here, discard or Bard play Cabal Pit. You could also go Small Pox here, but I don't think that's the correct play. Now we'll kill their token and we'll attack, because the thing is that they play their pedal to get there. They can't really discard cards here either, because then we'll kill us and kill them with Bowmasters. I think that that's the correct play. The other play would have been to play Small Pox, discarding our Orc Army target, I guess. All right, let's go for face here. I don't know why they are doing this. They have 4 life. We have 4 triggers. It only wastes their time. All right, let's start sideboarding. Nice. Anything changes for the last matchup? I do not think so. Let's submit the deck. It is perfect. Let's grab the first victory of the day. The plan is mapped out. So while we're waiting for the last game, I would like to say a couple things. So, okay, now we're live for the last game, the last match of the day. Turn 1 Bowmasters into turn 2 Toxic Deluge, Life from the Loam. Yeah, I think this is a keep. Well, we're also kind of Blood Moon proof here as well, which is nice. You can discard Boseiju to Mox Diamond and then get it back with Life from the Loam to handle their artifacts. Or if they have a weak turn 1, we can Boseiju something and discard the Verdant Catacombs instead. So we have some options, and options are great. Them going tap land here is really good for us. Me likes to wastelands. So what do you say, chat? Do you waste here? Go for the big play? I actually think that the correct play here is, no, we're going to waste time. Who am I kidding? Of course we're going to wasteland them. Why go Loam Pox if you can't waste them? Because one argument there is that the correct play is to keep up Bowmasters to be able to take initiative and stuff like that. But I think that if they had that play the first time, it's like one draw that they get here. But otherwise, if they had that play round 1, they would have gone for that play round 1. Yeah, them going Tomb here is good for us. So here we play Swamp, play Mox Diamond, discard Catacombs. Do they have the initiative here? I don't know, and I don't really care because we're getting the lands back anyway. We're going for the Wasteland lock. Because the thing is that we're going to deluge their play anyway if they have Caves of Chaos Adventurer. So, and then we don't want our Bowmasters in play when we do that anyway. So it's the ring here. It's the Karn. All right. Let's see what you get with the Karn. I didn't know that they played Karn. Let's see, they get the coding, sure. We're not going to Loam here. We're going to take the draw and then we will wasteland their Ancient Tomb. Oh no, we can't. Yeah, of course we can't handle our Mox Diamond is turned off here, of course, yeah. Now that was unfortunate. Okay, coding, that's bad in so many perspectives. They're playing this game with us, but we have 2 fetches. So we might be able to get out of this anyway. But that was, I didn't think about the Mox Diamond. We should have, of course, played the Bowmasters there. That is the correct play. Spirit Guide, Blood Moon, Fable, sure. That's bad for us, but if they're getting something else, what are you getting now? The Crypt, yeah, the Crypt is okay. So here we'll put a damage on Karn, preventing them from drawing the cards next turn. Well, they can draw the cards, and it would be very, very fun for us if they did, but they're not. Second mana there is bad. So what do you do? Kill the Bayou? Yeah, that's okay. They attack. We say no blocks. Do they have a blocker, or are they going to let us kill their Karn? We will see, we will see. So we'll play the Bayou here, and then we'll attack Karn. We were allowed to kill the Karn. All right, so what do we do here? We can't Loam because they'll just kill us. Maybe Saga is the correct play there. Yeah, we'll see. Or here we'll keep both Bowmasters and Boseiju up. Why did they allow us to kill? They must have something in their hand that wants them to get treasure tokens. Is it initiative person? In that case, we want to keep Deluge up, I guess. The bad thing is if they play, so we want them to play their pre-combat, because otherwise we want to kill their shaman token. I don't think that we can do that. So I'm kind of suspecting that they have Caves of Chaos Adventure here. And in that case, we really want to have Deluge up and then be able to take back. Oh, it's second Karn. All right. Let's float up black mana. Let's see what you do here. Plus or minus? Plus or minus. Those are the options that we have. Fury evoked. Yeah, we can't do anything about that. What did you pitch? A Pyrogoyf. We got 2 damage there, so we can't save it with our own Bowmasters. And we'll tap that for a green. You will kill it. We will put 1 up there. Go upstairs with the Bowmasters. Now we need to draw a green source. No, we did not. We needed a green source for Boseiju there. Now it's looking grim. We needed a green source for Boseiju. You can play Saga, but it doesn't really do anything. You could play Boseiju, loan back some lands, make them pop the Tormod's Crypt. Yeah, we'll do that. That's so bad, but we need to do some kind of play here. So we'll get back Wasteland, Catacombs, Bayou. They'll pop the Crypt. They did not pop the Crypt. We can't attack, so we won't. We're at least not going to get screwed out of our mana, but it's not looking good for us. We're double blocking here. Every day in the week we're double blocking there. It's going to make us hard to attack the Karn, but we have Saga to do that for us. Let's see, they need 1, 2, 3 mana to go for... if they want to go for the Lattice here, it's going to take them a little while. They have 4 mana up. They're not going to have shaman tokens. They killed the diamond. All right. And then they're going to coding one of our lands in our upkeep, I guess. That's okay. We're not even going to tap it. No, I don't want to dredge Loam. Well, that's not a card that's going to save us, but we could go fetch land, and then we can go expedition map to get larger constructs. We can deluge next turn to get rid of the reflection. I forgot to check if we had any more fetchables left, but we have a basic forest, so that should be fine. But they can start wishing for, do they have a second coding? They usually don't have a second coding, but they have something else. Oh no. That's not good. That's not good at all. They now have a win condition. They now have a win condition ×2. Yeah, we won't even have the life here to deluge. Yeah, that's too bad. I don't know what mistakes I made, but they were plentiful at least. That I do know. Yeah, too bad. I don't think that we... I mean, going 0-5 is always sad. I don't know if I've done that on the channel before. I hope that you've kind of enjoyed the league anyway, and that you can have some kind of benefit of watching it. At least the hopes have been high and the plays have been plentiful. There's been a lot of league for the money. It's, of course, looking grim for us. I do not want to dredge. I do not want to dredge at all. All right, let them kill us with the trap. We will go that one there. We will go that one there. We will say that we pay 5 life and then we die. Let's just do it because we can. Yeah, thank you for watching. I'll be back with a deck check, of course, but this is the end of the games, and I don't know. I feel like you don't want to face mono red with this deck. That's my my thoughts, but I'm open for comments and suggestions. Okay, I'll see you for the wrap up. All right, and we're back with the wrap up. So the deck. So as you probably noticed, I am far from an expert on this deck, which the 0-5 league kind of entails. But at least it was fun to play. Maybe so. I'm, of course, as usual, going to go back and look at the replay and see where my big mistakes were made, but I can by sure say that I should probably have mulliganed more than I did to kind of find these broken hands. The mono red matchup felt really rough for this deck. I don't really know how to attack that. Karn was a rough card to kind of race when you don't have that many threats in play. So that was rough. And I think that with a little bit better luck, at least we would have won 1 or 2 of the games. But yeah, this was a rough league. I don't have any feedback on the deck itself because as I said, this was the first time playing it, so I'm a little bit unsure exactly what I would have as feedback. But at least I had a good time playing it, and I hope that you enjoyed some of the matchups. And I look forward to seeing your comments, and hopefully I'll see you for some leagues in the future. I want to thank Simon for donating to a charity of his choosing and allowing me to play this deck, although it didn't turn out that well. And then hopefully I'll see you for a league in the future as well. So thank you for watching and have a great day.